Hey friends, this is Lisa B with Medicaid update number 3 in between the stories we're sharing. We need to mobilize on Medicaid, and here's yet another reason why. So first they said we're not cutting Medicaid, and then a little more recently they said that they were just going to look for fraud and abuse. Today on News Nation, Chris Stilewalt said to Congressman Perry from Pennsylvania, hey, look, there's only 4% fraud, misuse, and abuse, according to the Office of Management and Budget. So it looks like you're inevitably going to have to cut Medicaid. And then Scott Perry said this outrageous thing and suggested that somehow illegals are using Medicaid. They aren't. Nobody can scam Medicaid. People who legitimately need Medicaid, it is a bear for us, for our loved ones with disabilities. It is a bear to continue to receive Medicaid. The redetermination process is a nightmare. If you think it's easy to scam Medicaid, you've clearly never applied. Let me just also say that Congressman Perry also tried to suggest that the states are scamming the feds. Let me give you the truth. The truth is Medicaid is a joint federal-state program, both contributing funds to provide health care, right? Here's the basic flow. States pay for Medicaid services up front. Then the federal government reimburses for a portion of what the state spends. And this is called the Federal Medical Assistance Percentage, FMAP. The FMAP changes by state. Here in New Hampshire, Medicaid, HCBS, and standard Medicaid, it's 50-50. Granted Advantage, it's 90-10 with the government paying 90, right? So when Rep. Perry suggests that states are charging the federal government, it's totally a lie. States spend the money up front, and then the federal government reimburses according to the FMAP formula. States can't just bill the federal government whenever they want. They have to follow strict federal guidelines about what's covered, how services are delivered, and the documents all have to be, all the costs have to be documented. It is a distortion to suggest otherwise. And why, by the way, would states overspend Medicaid? They have to come up with their federal match. So spending more than what the agreement is means states have to come up with money out of budgets that are passed by their own legislatures. So it doesn't make any sense. And there are indeed federal audits and oversight. So join our campaign here in New Hampshire. We need to tell elected officials at the state level and at the federal level, hands off our Medicaid. People with disabilities and seniors make up 60% of all Medicaid spending. There is very little fraud and misuse. Keep your hands off our Medicaid. We are not letting you ride on the backs of our nation's most vulnerable for the greedy tax cuts that you want to give for the wealthy, to the wealthy.